So apparently this is like a big surprising thing, which I don't know why, in all honesty. Should be expected. But most referees in the NFL, they like certain teams. And I'm not saying like they cheat for certain teams. What I'm saying is they're fans of football teams. Like they're fans of teams before they became referees, and probably most of them while they're still referees. Roger Goodell, our owner of the NFL, has already said he's a Chiefs fan. He hugged Chris Jones after the Super Bowl win and said, "Hey, we did it." He's a Chiefs fan. He loves the Chiefs. And the guy who called the controversial 4th and 1 short call on Josh Allen versus the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, it's now come out that he is a Ravens fan, and he also has family in Kansas City. Which, again, is really not surprising. And this is not me saying it's not surprising because of cheating purposes. Listen, at the end of the day, this is not a jury where you have to create a 12 people who are unbiased, who have no correlation to the situation, who don't know what the heck's going on in real life, or not real life, what's going on in the court case. You know, you got 12 random people. They create a verdict based on what they hear the evidence of. No bias, anything. You can't do that. This is football. Referees grow up football fans. They have fans that they like. They have people that they like. That's just how it works. So, I know this is a big, oh, lordy, look, it just shows that he called the game a certain way because he's a Ravens fan or because he has ties of family in Kansas City. It's not really. Every referee likes a certain team. They grew up probably a certain team, a fan of a certain team. I know it's crazy to say this, but a lot of NFL players grow up and they really like a certain team. And then they get drafted to another team and then they have to go ahead and go play for that team and, whatever. This is just how life works. People like certain teams. And before they become referees, yeah, they're probably going to like certain teams. And they're going to have certain teams as their favorite teams. So I don't really think this is a big hit story as people are trying to make it out to be. Yes, I understand he was a Ravens fan, or I guess he still is a Ravens fan. He probably still is a Ravens fan. And I get at the end of the day, while he also has family in Kansas City, so he has connections. If you want to go find a referee who doesn't like football, who's never liked football, who has no correlation to any NFL team, good luck. Good luck, you're not going to find it. I hate to tell you that, but anyone who wants to be a referee in the NFL and, every day in, day out, every single week become a referee, and I'm not defending referees, trust me, I'm not. I think that they do a piss poor job and they're freaking awful. But anyone who wants to do it, there's a good chance they already like football. There's a good chance they already like the NFL. Now, these posts are from 2011, 2013. The most recent post is from 2015. Again, I'm sure he's still a Ravens fan. I'm sure he's still a fan. He still has family in Kansas City. Okay? I'm sure he does. Does that change really much of anything? No. Did he call the game a certain way because he's a Ravens fan? Well, first off, this is the Bills versus Chiefs game, so it's not like it was the Ravens versus Bills game. He didn't ref that game. He ref the Chiefs versus Bills game. Maybe he did. But it would never be proven if he did or not. I don't know. Are we now going to get to a point where we're like, hey, listen, we need to go through and make sure. Go through the history of every single referee. Did they ever post positive about the team that they're about to ref the game of? Were they ever a fan of the team they were about to ref the game of? No? All right, they can ref that game. How about this team? How about this? Like, there's no way to do that. There's no way. I mean, again, our own owner of the NFL is a Chiefs fan. Like, that's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I get this is supposed to be like a big hit piece, a big hit thing. I don't think it is. People are really blowing this out of proportion. Again, I'm not sitting here defending referees. The referees do an awful job. I think most referees should be fired because they don't know how to do their damn job. It's almost to a point where they're blind, and I do feel like they sway most games. 100% I feel like they sway most games. So, they kill momentum, they kill the flow of the game, and they destroy the games. And I think referees do, to a certain degree, destroy football. But I don't think that this is, again, proof that they're swaying a game for the Ravens. Now, do I think the Ravens get certain calls that they shouldn't? Absolutely. But I guarantee you, here's the thing, right? You go back to every blown call, every missed call, every crappy call in NFL history, and you look at the referees, and you say, okay, did that referee ever like that said team? 99.9% of the time, no, they didn't. Because they just aren't good. We don't have a problem where the referees are calling bad calls because they're a favorite, that's their said favorite team. There's two different angles I look at it. One, they just suck. They're not good. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to do their damn job. And they're just all together just not good at what they do. And they call whatever they want to call. Number two, the way I look at it, and a little bit different than number one, is that I believe the NFL wants certain teams in certain games because of how much money it will make the NFL. I believe that the NFL says, hey, we want games that have the best ratings possible. So we're going to impact things to make sure that we get the best games with the games possible. So, for example, they will impact a game. Now, could that said team that we're talking about still win the game? Absolutely, yes. But they're going to have to fight extra hard and do extra hard things in order to win the game, because then it creates a better storyline for them to be in the big game. But if not, the refs are going to sway the game so that the one team wins. Because that's what the NFL wants. They want the best ratings, the best views, the best everything. And they know Bills versus Chiefs is a better game than Ravens Chiefs. They know Bills versus, whoever, right? Broncos Chiefs, it's AFC Championship game, is not a good game. Or it wouldn't be an AFC, but still. They know that. I don't think this is the hit piece people want it to be. But what I do believe is that every single referee has a favorite team growing up. Every single referee has a favorite team when they first start becoming a referee. If you want to take the rabbit hole deep dive, I promise you there were probably no referees who are Bengals fans. But there are a lot of referees that are Chiefs fans, and Ravens fans, and Steelers fans, and Patriots fans. I mean, my problem with this, and this is what I'll leave you off with, is I don't want this to be now the catalyst to try to, change the actual problem at hand. Because everyone now are going to run with this. Oh, this is the problem, this is the problem. And what this does is, half the people are going to see this and say, come on now. This is stupid. We have a true argument that referees suck. We have a true argument that the NFL is swaying games based on who they want to be in the big game. We have a correct argument, but when you look at nonsense like this, you're going to sway it away from that true said argument and what needs to be fixed. Because this is going to lose people. We need to all group together as NFL fans and say, we're done with this. But this just takes away from that sway. This sways it away like the referees do. This sways it away from the true argument, which is refs do not do the job correctly. They need to be full-time referees. They need to go to different training camps together and learn to be better referees. And there needs to be an investigation to look at if the NFL is swaying these games and if we need that to stop. That's what needs to happen. Don't let other stuff ruin that, path. We have the path. This is just going to cause nonsense people to be like, all right, whatever. I don't care. Peace out.